Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another monthly plan with me. So this one is very exciting. So I really got my creative juices out for this month's theme, and we're doing December, by the way, obviously. And I am doing an art history theme, and if it isn't obvious from my sketch already, or you know the whole title of the video, we're doing it off of Picasso, Pablo Picasso. Basically this was inspired by an art history piece that I did back in high school. I couldn't find it by the time I was editing this, so I can't put a picture up for you guys, but I will definitely go and put it up on my Instagram once I do find it, so go check out my Instagram at StarBayChew. Has a bunch of fun stuff on there. But yeah, I will definitely put it on my Instagram once I find it so that I can share it with you guys and see what inspired this theme. But yeah, basically this theme is based off Pablo Picasso, and specifically off these things that I actually found on Pinterest. So actually on Pinterest there's these things called Roll a Picasso, and this is actually what I used to do my art history project in high school, and it's just a very fun way to just easily kind of make a fun little abstract face that's kind of like Pablo Picasso style and stuff. So I don't know, I found it really fun. So if ever you are bored and want to draw but don't know what to draw and want to, you know, dabble in a different sort of style based off of history and whatnot, definitely go and check that out. There are some for also like Keith Haring and like a bunch of different artists, so I definitely recommend that. It's really fun. But yeah, this is my main inspiration for this month's theme. And while we're talking about Pablo Picasso, I thought that I would maybe give you guys a little bit of a rundown of who Pablo Picasso is, what he did, what was his art style, and that kind of stuff. So, Pablo Picasso was a Spanish painter, sculptor, ceramicist, and much more. He literally dabbled in practically everything. But even though he was Spanish in nationality, he mostly lived in Paris for most of his life. He was born in the late 1800s, and he dabbled in, again, a lot of different type of mediums, but also in different styles. So he did a lot of Cubism. I think he's mostly known for his Cubism. He also did Surrealism, Expressionism, and of course, a lot more. He literally did everything. But yeah, I think he's mostly known for like his funky looking abstract faces, which is what this theme is based off of. You know, whenever you think of Picasso, you think, oh yeah, the guy who makes the funny faces, you know, with the geometric shapes and whatnot. And I think that is a very fun thing to be known for. I really like this style. And by the way, this month's theme obviously is based off of those funky faces, but also mixed with one-line modern art. I thought that the two would go really well together, and I just had a lot of fun just making these faces. A lot of them look like kind of creepy, but also kind of funny and weird. So it's really fun to be able to do that. So yeah, Picasso was a very fun inspiration to do this for, especially since I already had some past experiences doing these type of fun little faces since I did a project based off of them, obviously. But yeah, again, I did Roll a Picasso. Very fun, very creative. But it was actually interesting to do research on this artist because I dabbled in his history a little bit before, but it was actually fun to really like sit down and study his art pieces, so like his Cubism pieces and other type of things. I just found it super interesting to see like how he used his colors. I realized that he uses like a lot of like bold colors, but at the same time, it's either like bold colors that are kind of muted or grayscale. So I thought that was really fun to kind of look at and admire and see like what techniques I could try to implement into my spreads. And we also have to take into account that his abstract faces have, of course, exaggerated elements, which is one of the main key parts. So like very deformed looking skulls and stuff like that, or very big eyes and deformed eyes, big noses, big mouths, small mouths. Somehow he made it all look like super balanced and really good, even though that's kind of hard. At the beginning I thought that I was going to use color in this spread in order to kind of give homage to like his color style, but I got really intimidated of ruining it, so I stuck to the grayscale idea. So I just used a gray Crayola Super Tip, and I think it just added that little bit of shadow that I needed, and I think it ended up looking great. But yeah, I was a little bit scared of like messing it up, so I just stuck to grayscale for this month. So it's black and gray. Now we're going on to my weekly spread. Now I know it looks crazy, but you have to trust the process. So this spread was specifically inspired by this painting by Picasso. I really wanted to bring in the like geometric triangle element that he had in this painting, mixed with the abstract one-line art faces. Okay, well, I say one-line art, they're not completely one-line art, but you know what I mean. So yeah, basically how I was going to do this is that everything would be in black, that needs to be in black, obviously, with my microns, and then I would erase all the pencil, and then I would use my pencil lead in order to create those triangles as the background, because I don't usually use pencil in my bullet journal, so there is no fear of me erasing it in the future, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that was my plan, and you'll see at the end it actually turned out pretty good. I got to like, you know, put across the vibe that I wanted to, so that was really fun. But yeah, since my December is going to be super busy, I decided to do just one-page spreads, but I decided to do 2 weeks so that I'm done and I don't have to worry about it, because your girl doesn't have a lot of time. Exams are basically those 2 entire weeks, and then I have to film a bunch of videos because I have so many plans for the end of year season for my YouTube channel, like a bunch of, you know, wrapping up 2021 and my 2022 plan with me, which is coming super soon, and I'm super excited about it. I hope you are too. So it's just, December is a really busy time, plus 2 birthdays are in December, like my 2 best friends, which is insane, and there's Christmas and there's New Year's. Oh my gosh, December is crazy. But, you know, take it step by step, so that's why I planned ahead, so that I wouldn't be so overwhelmed when the weeks actually came. But yeah, I just did a simple border with, again, the gray super tip, not micron, gray, oh my gosh, with the gray Crayola super tip, there we go. And just to like keep everything kind of together, and I think it added a really nice touch. I really like adding borders to my spreads. I just feel like everything looks, you know, a lot more put together. And then came the part where I erased all of my sketch so that I could redo the little triangles in the background, and I think it turned out okay. Let me know what you think. How would you have maybe tackled this? I'm quite interested to see what you guys will say. So I just, you know, kept it super simple. I really stuck to making triangles, specifically because that's what I saw most in his paintings and stuff like that. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Art history themes are really fun because you can just do so much with them depending on what artist you choose. Or like, then again, you don't even have to choose just one artist. You could do multiple and then like mix them all together, and contemporary, modern, whatever. I think that's really, really fun. And especially when you're feeling kind of like burnt out, like regarding art and whatnot, like I have been, because I've just been so busy. My left side of the brain has just been super active, and my right one has just been meh, you know? So being able to base myself off of someone else's type of style and stuff like that, and really just like study how they would do it, just really helps spark that creativity back. And I think that is super important and super helpful when it comes to those little rough bits. By the way, that little face in the bottom left corner honestly really looks like handsome Squidward, which I've been just laughing at for the past week since I recorded this. So I hope if you notice that too, please comment down below. That would be hilarious. It's so funny that I'm gonna have to look at that for the next 3 weeks. Anyways, here is the final flip through of my December plan with me. So here we have the calendar and the introduction page with my habit trackers. By the way, the everything you can imagine is real quote at the top middle is actually a quote from Picasso himself. And then we have my interesting looking weekly spread that I think actually turned out pretty good considering what I was aiming for. So I'm pretty proud of that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this interesting theme, and I will see you guys all very, very soon.